if you make sure you utilize all 5 of these tips. I'm telling you guys, they've worked wonders for me. I'm extremely happy, and I feel creative all the time because I'm able to hear my music the way it was intended to be heard, or the way I intended it to be heard. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my home studio. I am Archie Beats and I am here to help. And today is a very special day. We're talking about and discussing 5 tips that can help your studio monitor sound better and perform better. Let's go. Listen, you can spend $300 on monitors, you can spend $1,000 on monitors, but if you don't make sure that they are set up properly and have the proper things around them to perform, you are simply just going to waste your money. It's plain and simple. There is no way around it. You're going to waste your money. So I'm going to help you guys out today. I'm going to give you guys 5 tips that can help you and your studio monitors. These right here are my Atom A7Xs. They retail for about $749 a piece. These are definitely my favorite home studio monitors. I've been listening to these monitors in different versions of them, the primitive version all the way up to this version. They have this amazing ribbon tweeter, and the woofer projects the perfect bass for me. They may not necessarily be great for you. You may prefer something else like Genelec or Focal, and I know these monitors exist. I've heard all of them, but these work perfectly for my home studio setup, so I invested in these babies. But before we get started, if you guys are interested in anything that you've seen in my home studio, or these Atom A7X monitors, or any other tools that I'm discussing in this video, please check the description below. I have everything listed down there. Also, I have other gear that could possibly help you on your creative journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss another video. Thank you. The first thing that you can do to improve the quality of your studio monitors is purchasing monitor isolation stands. These right here are from ISO Acoustics, one of the best investments I could have ever made for my monitors. What this technically does, it suspends, and this is all patent technology, it suspends your monitor to where they float, a lot like a shock mount. And these are the ISO 200s. If you go on ISO Acoustic website and you use the calculator and put in your monitors, it will tell you which stand work best for you and your monitors. And these right here, after you put in the model and the make, it gives you the suggestion of which stands you should purchase, and it comes with 2 along with extenders. It's pretty freaking awesome. And these are the ones that were suggested for me with my Atom A7Xs. These monitor stands technically allows your monitors to float in a free space, allowing them to perform and sound like the way they were intended. That's authentic and uncolored. However the company intended for their monitors to sound, this actually makes that happen, because while they are building these monitors in these factories, they have them isolated. They test out the cabinet, make sure that nothing's interfering with the way the monitors work, and these actually help your monitors perform. When you put your monitors on the desk, basically what's happening is the low end and the bass, the energy from that is absorbed in the desk, causing you to not actually hear the bass and not even hearing the speakers the way they were intended, and that's flat. So you really want to consider getting something like the ISO Acoustic. And I'm just going to tell you guys, my studio monitor sound increased by 100% when I purchased these. And I've never known about these until about 3 years ago. And I was like, holy crap, give me those. Let me grab those. So all of my monitors are sitting on them. And I recently just upgraded all my monitors to them. But before, it was just my Atom, my main monitors. I was like, you know, let me stop playing games and let me make sure all of my monitors in my studio are performing. Now, this one is going to probably strike a couple of nerves out there. You need good cables. Don't buy cheap cables. I've gotten everything from radio interference to crosstalk to pops, crackle, no Rice Krispie. But when you use cheap cables, they just don't sound good. They don't last long. And you're going to spend that money on those monitors, and it's not fair to your monitors. You want to be fair to your monitors, and you want to be fair to your ears. So invest in great cables or build your own cables. You can, you know, for all of you soldering experts out there, if you want to build your cables, buy the quality cables, make sure your cables are shielded. You know, I use Balance. These right here are live wire. These are really decent cables. These are live wire XLR. going into a balanced 1/4 inch right there, and these go into the audio interface, and these go into the monitors. But on all of my monitors and everything in my studio, these are just extra cables I have lying around, is Mogami. I use Mogami on all of my gear, from my preamps to everything. And this is not a plug. None of the products I'm talking about in this video, this is not a sponsored video at all. These are just my experiences, and I'm just trying to help you guys out. The next thing, your monitors should be ear height. They should be the same height of your ears so they can project directly to your ears. If you have your monitors sitting too low, then they will hit the surface below before hitting your ears, and you don't want that. You're not going to get the actual accurate sound, and by the time the sound makes it to you, the music that you created and the way the music is really sounding, you would get kind of like a false representation of that music, and you don't want to do that. If you have a desk, the thing about these isoacoustic stands, they do have extenders, so I can extend it if I want to, or I can just literally drop while I'm mixing, and that's pretty much how I do it. It's many different ways to make this happen in your home studio, and just try a few things out. Now, and that is monitor placement. Make sure they are the proper distance from the wall. I normally do about 3 feet from the wall, and most importantly, the equilateral triangle. If you guys don't know what that term is, study it, learn it, but I'm gonna do a rundown really quick. An equilateral triangle is basically where every side of the triangle is equal in length. You are actually that center point. You are this point right here. This side is the exact length, this side is the exact length, and this side is the exact length, and it's going up here directly to your ears. So this is important, because if it's any slightly off, the volume and level will be different. And if you have your monitors sitting higher, or if you have your monitors sitting lower, they will hit the bottom surface, and one is sitting lower than that. So you guys see what I'm saying here? You get where I'm going? You can really distort your sound, and I mean distort as not as far as peaking or clipping. When I say distorted, I mean pretty much mixed up, unbalanced. Your studio monitors can literally be uneven now, so make sure you go check those out. Make sure everything is even. Make sure your monitors are even. Make sure the length is even. Make sure the distance on all sides is even, and the center point of your desk that's pointing to you, you are the center point. See, we actually use geometry out of school. See that? The last but least, it plays into the previous one. The previous tip is have some sort of panels in your studio, or have some sort of acoustic treatment on your wall to capture that excess, that leftover sound waves, those rogue waves that's bypassing your head and hitting the wall and doing all these crazy bouncing, crazy stuff, creating like really low flutter echoes, to be honest, in your home studio. I use the Prime Acoustic London 12, and I have a cloud in here just to capture extra stuff. But once it hits my ears, I have panels directly aligned with the monitors on both sides of the wall. You guys see them in the background. I have them pretty much aligned directly with my speakers and me sitting in my sweet spot. And whatever is flying behind me, if something is flying behind me, which I haven't heard yet, it hits those panels. And also I install a 9-foot curtain, because my ceilings are about 9 feet tall, and I install that curtain and I close it up when I'm doing any type of mixing or any type of crazy throws and when strings in my film scores. So you want to definitely have some panels. That's my opinion, my experience, and I feel like that you will get the best out of your monitors if you make sure you utilize all 5 of these tips. I'm telling you guys, they've worked wonders for me. I'm extremely happy, and I feel creative all the time because I'm able to hear my music the way it was intended to be heard, or the way I intended it to be heard. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope that this video helped you guys out. Comment below if you have any questions about any of the gear or any of the things I suggested in this video. I'd be happy to answer them. Like I said, we have to keep this audio ecosystem healthy and going. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you won't miss another video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ArchieBeats with a Z. I'm getting all psychoacoustic on there. So you guys definitely want to check me out on there. Don't forget to be great and create. This is your boy Archie Beats, and I'm signing off.